Welcome to Activity 2, Quality Assurance and Updates for Envirotech. So this is what we like to call Envirotech exercise. So let's just jump straight into this. This is going to take us like 5 or 10 minutes this session. It's pretty self-explanatory, but we decided to create this for you just in case you need a little bit of help on this one. But essentially, we want to create a quality assurance plan. So there's some documents here that you really should download and read, because that'll help us with answering these questions. Question 1, or that way, I think, that way. Read through the quality management guide, so you want to be downloading that one. And find 2 standards. Well, I've got 2 standards here, number 1 and 2. Just pick whichever one that you like and talk a little bit about them. List 2 legislative requirements that Envirotech needs to follow when writing policies and procedures. These are the different ones that I've come up with. If you're in WA or New South Wales or Victoria, wherever you're from, there'll be their own state-based policies and procedures that you'll have. You can use Australian government, up to you. You can use whatever you like. You can also use the GDPR or the California Privacy Act. It's up to you, whatever you like to add in here. Write a quality assurance plan. Write a simple policy that outlines Envirotech's goals for meeting a new standard or benchmark that you choose. That's something that you can write if you like. Up to you. This is an answer that has to come from you, from your own understanding. You can reach out to us if you need a little bit more information, but doesn't like Australian spelling, so but yeah, that one's just go out and find a simple policy and just practice and just write something that you want for your organization. Or for Envirotech, I'm sorry. Read through the staff file, and the staff file is right here. It is right there. So you want to be downloading that, and it contains a profile of some of the members of this organization. And I think there's Ryan and Holly. And in your own opinion, what skills do you think they have? I felt that Ryan and Holly had excellent skills and talents. Ryan has been working hard to get a good understanding of legislation. Holly, I think, will be good at being a policy development or a quality manager. Up to you. This is how you feel about Ryan and Holly based on their profiles, which you can find there. How can Envirotech make sure they always meet quality standards when creating their policies and procedures? Making sure that everyone is, ensuring that we actually have quality standards and procedures. To maintain high quality environment, Envirotech maybe we can set some regular schedules, 6 to every 12 months. Assign responsibility, delegate or designate, anything that ends with a "nate" at the end, I guess, to different staff members. Give the staff members, each one of them, their own job to do. And then train staff. That's a good one. That's really good. And monitor, and just keep monitoring, improving. Once you set something in motion, make sure that it's nice and smooth. Give, based on your opinion on the roles that Holly and Ryan should have, give them, tell them what kind of job you think. And I thought Holly would be an excellent manager. Holly would be a great manager. Ryan has excellent communication skills, in my opinion. This is just me writing my own notes here. I don't know if this is a right or wrong answer, but I'm pretty sure it'd be right. But just write something more interesting than this, though. That's just me just typing out. I'm not giving you the answers. I'm sort of like giving you a gentle nudge. I'm showing you the way there. And yeah, the questionnaire is just a question, multiple choice question there. Create a schedule. No, don't do it. Don't be lazy like I am. I call it efficient. I like being efficient, not lazy. But set a schedule up. Major review process every 12 months. Regularly. I can't even type. Can I? Look at that. Regular monthly minor reviews on the first Tuesday of a calendar month. I mean, being a little bit more creative than I am, but that's, by the way, that's sufficient. That there, what you're seeing there is sufficient. Now, if you, at the moment, just put to be confirmed in these sections, because you might not have gotten feedback from the person who's going to assess your assessment here, your submission, and we'll continue on to the next one. So we've got a couple more left to go. Okay, it's nice and easy, nice and smooth. Still assesses you based on the great work that you've already done by reading through, doing all the multiple choice questions, reading through the material. Help Envirotech make some updates to their privacy policy and and codes of ethics. Download these documents. Download the privacy policy. Read them. Looking over the policy, these are my opinions again. I think that the privacy policy is terrible, actually, to be honest, and I think they've done it on purpose. The creators of this this assessment, they want you to go and hunt a little bit for some interesting issues here, but I think there's a huge gap. Like, for example, just a bit of a hint, just a bit of a wink there. The privacy policy is saying, in that privacy policy, when you download it and have a look, it's saying we don't require consent, and that's terrible. As an organization, Envirotech should be seeking consent of their staff members, or if they want to access information, of course they should. And that's a huge gap in my opinion, but you could find some other ones too in those documents. Because to be honest, we actually do need customers' consent by law, or any type of law. And there's some others there. I didn't list them all because I want you to do some of this work. I'm not here to give you all the answers, but I'm here to gently show you the work, to give you a little bit of a point in the right direction. What suggestions would you have to improve the department's code of ethics? And that document should be in there, or somewhere in there, one of those three documents. But we need to rewrite everything. That's just me being lazy again. That's just me rushing and just wanting to get this out and done. By the way, for those who don't know me personally, I run courses on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and I go through the same with the students. I purposely make it a bit shorter because I want the students to do a bit of work too, but I'll give them a bit of a nudge. But in section 6, we need to rewrite that because everything in that section is wrong. I didn't write why or how, if or when or anything like that, but you should write something. Be a little bit more descriptive. Don't just rewrite that because everything in that section. That's a bit embarrassing on my part, but I have a bit of a strange sense of humor, and I think that's a bit funny to me. Question 4. Again, how do I? That one is custom. There's, by the way, there's Envirotech's code of ethics. I couldn't find it before, but here it is. Same thing. Yeah, same kind of issue as well. Go read that document and pick something that you think should be improved on. Same with question 5. Do you think there was in the code of ethics, check that Envirotech has sufficient policies and procedures regarding copyright and intellectual property? We call it IP laws by reading the industry standards. Yeah, I think covers the key points. And intellectual property. You might think, no, Harry, no, I've read it. Absolutely not. What are you talking about, Harry? But up to you. This is your work. This is your knowledge. This is what you're contributing to this topic, to your own assessment. Write a brief email to CEO Alana. So just write based on what you decide that you want to write in there. Just write a professional email. Remember that CEOs are highly paid. They've gotten there through hard work and grit, or they were born into it. Either way, we should still write to them with respect, and leaving out the jargon, leaving out the acronyms and the jargon. Read through the following incident reports and determine how you would apply the code of ethics to your using your edition. And then, here it is. This is the incident report. And it tells you that they're narrating a story here, and you write what part of the code of ethics. Remember, you can find that up here. Yeah, and then you just respond to that. Again, I've been very brief here, just giving you a bit of a hint on what to do. And there's another incident report. And then just write a simple review and grievance procedure that will effectively mitigate the customer's issue. Just write to be confirmed in here. If you're not your trainer, the person assessing your work gets back to you and say, look, you need a bit more work in this. Then they'll write something in here, and you go back, update it, and then you will be assessed again. So. And finally, evaluate and improve quality. Last one, and that's it for our session today. Not much. It's only only 2 questions. Assessment page. Look at ways you can improve the quality of your plan based on your work on updating the privacy policy and ethical guidelines of Envirotech in the previous exercise. Do you feel these now meet the standard benchmarks? It's up to you. Do you think so? You can say, no, absolutely not. It needs to go through a lot more work just to even get close to the standards of benchmarks. If you want, you can. There's no right or wrong answer. Just justify it. Now, I like to be efficient. In other words, lazy. Yes, I now believe that the privacy policy and ethical guidelines of Envirotech, etc., etc., etc. However, it would be wise to evaluate this regularly. You can write something like that if you like to. Now that you've had experience putting into practice, list one improvement you could make to your quality assurance procedure. And I said that we could really focus on being transparent to the customers about how we use their customers. So basically, my recommendation is just go out to the customers and say, look, we need your data. We need to do some research. We need your data to help improve our services and products. We really need your permission if you don't mind. Something like that. But that is it. Nice, short, and quick assessments. You'll be completing subject. Let's have a look. I think subject 4. Wow, subject 4, cybersecurity management. How cool is this? This is insane. You only have 2 subjects left. 2 subjects, and you'll be completing this diploma. And that diploma, I'm just telling you now, it's very valuable out there. Like a diploma is like pretty cool. You can use it to get into university if you want and get credits. Depends on the university. Hopefully, you could give them a call and say, look, I've got a diploma in this field, and see what they can do. Or you can go out to a workplace and you can prove to them, look, I know how to write policies and procedures. I know how to improve the security policies. I know I can go to the CIS benchmark. I've gone into Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows Server, Linux, and I've noticed that the organization's not following the benchmarks. I suggest that you improve those benchmarks. So this is a good little weapon to have in your repertoire. If you're going out for job hunting, put that in your resume. Say, look, I know how to do this stuff, and then hopefully that will help you improve your chances in getting that dream job. Look, it's been a pleasure. I'm really hoping that I can be able to do something similar for subject 5 and 6, because I love doing this. But I know that you've probably watched a few of the series, and I haven't, and I forgot to put my details in there. If you want to reach out to me, you are more than welcome to. That's my email address that you can reach out anytime, but that's my Econom College email address, and I can respond to you for that email as well. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I really look forward to meeting you in the next video that we make. Thank you, and see you soon.